Good day, Summoners. This is Raymaster bringing you League of Legends Shoutcast for your viewing pleasure. And today, got a great game for you guys. Gonna be featuring our favorite mid laner, Voyboy, playing Kennen in the mid lane. Curses mid laner Voyboy. He also has played on teams such as CLG Prime and Dignitas before that, I believe. Definitely been around the League of Legends scene for quite a while. Always an exciting player to see. I'm getting a Skype message. I'm just gonna respond to that real quick, guys. Question mark. And hopefully that will tell him what me and my friend have been like switching off between League of Legends and World of Warcraft every night. I just started playing World of Warcraft, and I mean it's kind of okay, but I'm just not really a big MMORPG player. I like the aspect of MOBAs a lot more than MMORPGs. But anyways, Kennen, Voyboy, mid lane. That's it. Let's go over the champion picks for both sides. For the blue team, we're going to have a top lane Rangu. Mid lane will be Curses Voyboy on Kennen. See a Jungle Kha'Zix and a Sona supporting the Ezreal bot lane. For the red team, we're going to see an Olaf in the top lane. Gragas going to be mid lane. There's going to be a Elise in the jungle and a Thresh being supporting a Caitlyn bot lane. Hopefully not being supported by Caitlyn. That'd be a little trollsy. And looks like we do have the no gold starting items on either of these supports. Preparing for the poke of the AD carry supports, Ezreal's Q and Caitlyn's auto attacks. I believe Ezreal Q is in fact reduced by Doran's Shield due to the fact that it procs all on hit abilities. I believe it's treated as an auto attack that can't crit because it applies on hit effects. So I believe it is reduced by Doran's Shield. I don't actually have any way to... I haven't actually tested that, but that would be my expectations. And I've also been doing this recently, not starting gold items on supports. I feel like starting a gold item it makes you a lot weaker in lane. Like it allows the other support just to run up and murder you. So I normally like starting either a lot of regen and some wards, or starting a Doran's item as a support, and it makes just a lot of difference, I feel. Anyways, let's go underway with the game. I'm sure you've had enough of my incoherent babbling. Both teams right now doing well for themselves. 0-0, 3 minutes in the game. Farm on Caitlyn is actually quite a bit higher than that on Ezreal. He is falling quite far behind on farm, despite it being only 3 minutes into the game. And looks like Sona is going to get hooked down here in the bot lane. She's going to take a lot of damage to get flayed, but Caitlyn though falling very low due to the ignite. And is going to have to flash out of there. In the mid lane, we do see a lot of damage going on to that chain from Kennen. And in the top lane, we have a bit of a gank going down. Rengar going to pick up the kill on the Olaf. Elise, though, going to be following this one up for a kill as well. And, oh, both teams falling very low. Ezreal and Sona trying to dive that, but almost dying to minion aggro. Ezreal barely going to survive. And after that, bit of shenanigans is about the 330 mark. Looks like it is 1-for-1. Top laner dying for both sides. At least the last one standing in the top lane. And it is now 1-1. Game still pretty even. This is giving Ezreal some time to catch up and farm though, and that's going to be very nice for him. Definitely really going to help him even up this game just a little bit. Forcing your opponent out of lane is very good, and if you can force the creeps to the tower after that, they're definitely going to lose some creeps under tower. And unless they're just boss the last inning, looks like Voyboy's gonna pick up a kill in the mid lane with his ignite, which is now down, and at least trying to follow that up to avenge her fall on mid laner is not going to be able to. Rengar versus Olaf in the top lane. I don't play top lane, so I don't know which way this matchup will go, but I believe if they get in a duel, Olaf should be able to win that. I've seen a lot of crazy Rengar things. So one of my friends who I play with a lot, he loves Rengar top lane. He's pretty much just insanely plays it religiously, which I'm fine with. I don't ever want to go top lane unless I'm trying to play Singed, which I love to do occasionally, but I usually just end up feeding horrendously. And with the top lane Rengar, I mean, I've seen it played a lot, I've seen it work, I've seen it feed, I've seen it do a lot of things, and it looks like he is going to be baiting in the Olaf, going to fall very low, but there's the snare, and here's the Kha'Zix Q auto attack, stealth. No stealth, I mean, really looking for it. Another Q is going to pick that one up, and Olaf will finally taste the fear and go down. It's going to be 3 kills for blue team. Looks like Voyboy wants to make some magic happen, but he's going to get ganked by a spider. Get an electrical surge, not electrical surge, lightning rush out of there. And he will be fine in the bot lane. Blue team taking quite a bit of poke. I think the Caitlyn Thresh lane is stronger here than the Sona Ezreal lane. Sona Ezreal lane more of a mid to late season 3 really popular lane. You saw a lot of Ezreals and a lot of support Sonas. I remember when it was like the top 3 ADCs were Graves, Corki, and Ezreal. Looks like we have Voyboy getting ganked. Nice stun from the Elise into Spider Bomb. Gonna pick that one up. That was a great gank by the Elise. Oh, sick hook through the wall. Okay, this Sona's gonna fall quite low and grabbing the thrust lane. Kalen's gonna get close enough for one last auto attack to pick up the mat life. And in the mid lane, we are going to see Kha'Zix getting dived. He will pick up the kill on the Grog. It's a bit of a mistake. And looks like Elise might survive the tower shots. He will. Double kill for the Thresh in the bot lane. Ezreal trying to dive. These two will end up getting killed. He did not burn either of his summoner spells. An interesting decision. He might have been able to kill the Caitlyn if he had burned his barrier. She definitely did burn the barrier. But with that out of the way, it looks like Caitlyn and Thresh are going to become dominant here in the bot lane after picking up 2 kills for themselves. Caitlyn very far ahead of CS compared to this Ezreal. Rhaegar and Olaf pretty much even. Kennen just destroying this Gragas in CS as well. Kha'Zix getting outfarmed by Elise, but I mean that's not surprising. Looks like the Elise is going for Spirit of the Spectral Wraith. An interesting decision. I normally like Spirit of the Spectral Golem a little bit more on the Spider Bitch, but I mean, they're both definitely viable options. I really like the new Spirit of Spectral Wraith option on Hale. I saw Stonewall do a jungle kill video with Spectral Wraith, and then I was like, hey, maybe I'll give it a try. I did it, and it was definitely a lot of fun. I really like Hale. I think she's a lot of fun, and just a really cool champion in my opinion. I don't play her a lot because when I go mid lane, I just want to Swain or Rise, and then when I don't do that at jungle, when I jungle, I like playing tanky junglers like Nautilus or Muno or Udyr, or maybe Sejuani occasionally. I don't like a Muno. So I like tanky junglers that do damage. I don't like a Muno. Looks like we're going to see Ezreal getting a hook. Gonna get flayed. Flay's going to miss as the Arcane kicks out there. Nice ult from Gragas. They might be able to get the kill on this Kha'Zix. He's going to try to retreat. Gragas going ham for this. His body slam up in just a couple more seconds, or it should be. Looks like he's going to get chased down by the Voyboy. Olaf going to pick up a kill on the Kha'Zix with his axe and ignite, and whereas the Gragas is going to go down to the stuns of the Voyboy, but this is going to give Olaf a double kill. Giving Olaf kills is definitely something you want to not do if you're trying to win the game. But looks like this red buff might be contested by the blue team right here. However, Olaf does have a warden here, so he does in fact know that the Rangu trying to steal his buffs. Elise walking through the blue team jungle, going to Dragon. I don't think she can solo Dragon at this stage of the game. I mean, maybe it's going to be a difficult thing for sure. It looks like Olaf trying to get this Rhaegar here, doing a lot of damage. Olaf definitely a dangerous duel. He does not have any points in W. He does pop his ultimate, an interesting decision because he does lose the resistances when he ults. I'm not sure if popping his ult was a good decision there or not. And oh, here comes the Kha'Zix. He might hop over this wall and just execute this Olaf, and there it goes. Boom. Money for Kha'Zix, and this red buff definitely going to be picked up by the blue team. By the way, that pink ward wasn't in the... Was that in the bush? I don't know if that was in the bush or not, but it's not a Draven ward, so we really don't care about it. In the bot lane, Caitlyn's still keeping ahead in farm. Mid lane has keeping down quite a bit. Oh, nice flash from the Sona. Gonna keep her from getting murdered by the Thresh wall. That's quite a long cooldown, and without that wall, red team's kill potential will be reduced significantly. But it looks like red team might be able to pick up a turret here. Oh, Elisa has disconnected. Sad day for us, but since it's definitely not a surrender at 20, I have a feeling that she comes back. There have definitely been server problems on the NA side over the last few days. My client's been buggy as hell, that's for sure. It just keeps whenever I'm in the client, not in a game, but in the client, I keep disconnecting from chat and everything just goes wrong. I'm just like, why is this happening? And when I get into a game, I have a stable ping of around 30 to 35, sometimes as low as 20. And I have absolutely no problems, no lag at all. And it looks like we are going to see Gragas and Kennen just facing off in the mid lane. Nothing happening really right now. Kha'Zix making some moves around this area of his jungle. Pink ward still up here for red team, so they still know that blue team has no vision of dragon. Blue team has not gone over there to clear that or even ward the dragon. I don't know if they know the Elise has disconnected, but this is definitely going to be a disadvantage for red team. And I mean, blue team could definitely make some pushes happen. I don't know, as I said, they probably don't know the Elise has disconnected, so they are probably still playing as if she is in this game. Hopefully she will return. As I call this, might be coming here for a gank. 2 on 2. I'm definitely sure the blue team would win that fight with the Kennen ult, with the Kha'Zix's damage. I believe that would definitely be an advantage for them. Kha'Zix has gone for Spirit of the Elder Lizard. Strong pick on him for sure. Spirit of the Ancient Golem would be okay, but when you're Kha'Zix, you just really want the damage. Would expect him to go for some armor pet next. Olaf is building tanky, and I mean, except for the Olaf, there's really no one to build on that, except for, of course, the Thresh and the Elite side. But at least we'll probably end up building tanky. It looks like in the top lane of a bit of a fight. Ezreal did end up getting grabbed there. The pause the barrier will keep him barely alive. Thresh trying to go for the kill, but the heal from Sona going to keep the Ezreal up and running, and that is going to be a safe bet for Ezreal, burning both summoner spells, but able to survive. Here comes the Kha'Zix invisibility, and there's the ghost from Olaf. Maybe a bit wasted, but I mean, not as wasted as Kha'Zix's ult, that's for sure. Actually, I think they're both equally wasted now I think about it. Anyways, Rengar gonna probably pressure down this tower with his Qs. He's a very good tower killer. And looks like Rengar's going straight for the Sunfire Cape. Classic build for Rengar. Olaf probably going for the Sunfire Cape as well. Could also be looking to purchase a random zone. Just have to wait and see. Rengar still actually has no Qs. He's gonna limit his roaming potential with his ultimate, but for now, looks like he's content to stay top lane and farm and push. Get up and take the item. There goes an ult for Gragas, trying to disperse the minions and save his tower. And I don't know if he can save his tower. One more Q should be able to clear out the minion waves, or the tower will just do it for him. And there we go. That's going to stop blue team's push in its tracks. Olaf trying to kill the 2 levels ahead of him, Rengar. Rengar is quite low, however, he lands an axe. Rengar's going to pop his invisibility. Does not want to fight this. He does end up hitting another Q, and Rengar's going to jump on top of the Olaf, trying to bait him to his tower for the dive. I don't think Rengar can get much from this. He's going to pop his E one more time. There goes the Ignite, and can he pick up the kill? Gonna miss his axe, and all Rengar needs to do is roar, and it's going to be the kill. Olaf fatally diving the Rengar, not getting anything for it. That's what you get for diving someone who's 2 levels above you. I mean, and of course, that's what you get for missing your axes as well. You can't miss your axes, though. Wow, I just lost the ability to speak right there. You cannot miss your axes as Olaf. That is simply not something you can do. And unfortunately, that is going to spell his death. 2-4-1 this Olaf is. And not even a major item to speak of. Rengar going to probably go back and buy his Sunfire Cape to make him very strong. There it is. That's pretty much what my friend who plays Rengar rushes all the time. I keep trying to get him to go the DFG Trinity Force build, but he just won't do it. I don't know why. It looks so fun. Caitlyn going to be picking up the red buff here. Not bothering to donate to Gragas because, I mean, he's 0-3 and 4. A feeder at his core. Why would we give it to him anyways? This Olaf's got 60 farm anyway. Sorry guys, I had to do that. Yeah, that was it's so early for me. I mean, real time it's like 7 p.m., but it's really early for me. I'm normally like up at about 5:30 in the afternoon when I wake up. I think I'm gonna pull an all-nighter tonight though. I've got a lot of work I want to get done. And it's like this Rengar gonna pick up a ward right there. Pink ward still standing, and then now the blue team's here. They will be able to pick it up and take it out. And Thresh and Caitlyn are here, but I don't know if they can fight this. They're going to pick up that ward, though. Good for them. And it looks like Kha'Zix and Sona making their way through the red team jungle. They will meet the Thresh and Caitlyn. Will they decide to go on this? The Kha'Zix is with his Tiamat. He's going to be doing a lot of damage to the Thresh, and he's going to go down to the Q. And I think that Sona ult did just completely whiff. And there's the Gragas. There's the ult from Caitlyn. Going to be picking up the kill, but here comes the Kennen. Going to press R. Get a lot of stuns on the Gragas, but he's going to get kited away. And that's going to be no kill for the Kennen unless he can land a Q. Voyboy, I believe in you. I believe in the Voyboy. Here comes the Q. There it is. Auto attack and electrical surge. No skill shot needed. And did Sona end up dying? No, where did she escape to? She has juked the Caitlyn and escaped by recalling. All hail the mighty Sona and her jukes. She must have flashed a wall or something. But her jukes were mighty indeed. And now looks like we do have a lot of damage going down to the Caitlyn from the Voyboy. He's going to try to get the kill, but nice barrier might keep her alive, and it will barely. Voyboy getting outplayed by a summoner spell. It looks like we have Rengar try and make some magic happen here, but of course he is very low. Nice hook from the Thresh. One more auto attack, and he's going to pick up the Caitlyn, but he will step in the trap, giving the kill to the Caitlyn. Ezreal going to be pushing a turret down while this team is doing the shenanigans. Reconnect from the Elise. All hail the mighty Donkey has brought her back to us. And this causes a lot of damage right now with his Tiamat. I normally just like going like the Brutalizer damage build. I'm not a big fan of Tiamat on Kha'Zix. I mean, I know it's good, but I'm a little iffy on it personally. I'm more a fan of the Black Cleaver, Last Whisper, Bloodthirster build. Maybe an Infinity Edge for the rolls. Anyways, we are going to see the Kha'Zix farming up his lane. And there goes the barrel from the Gragas. He's going to try to push in the mid wave. Now that Elise is back, she is a few levels behind, unfortunately. But the jungle, of course, gives a lot more EXP now. If you are behind, let's just watch her EXP skyrocket from killing that wolf. Wow. I'm not going to lie, that was a lot more EXP than I originally predicted it would be. But yes, she is leveling up quite fast thanks to the preseason jungle. I was about to say season 3, then I was about to say season 4, but I actually said preseason. And right now we do see blue team trying to push down the mid lane tower. They are pressuring it hard, but looks like they're going to disengage from it. Maybe go for a dragon. Red team is definitely here in position. The hook from Thresh not going to land. It's a bit of a standoff now. Kennen trying to get as much poking as he can along with Sona. She's still not doing a lot of Q damage despite the fact she's maxing it out first. Is not doing much in terms of damage. Then again, she doesn't have any AP at all, so that's probably why. Thresh hook once again gonna get juked out by blue team. Here comes the Rengar doing a ton of burst damage with this Sunfire Cape. Nice off from Brock. Gonna disengage the team fight. Good stun from Sona. Not gonna keep her alive, however. And here comes Olaf. The Elise, the everyone. Looks like she's going to jump on the Ezreal, going back into human form. Will she land a stun? That is the question. She's going to land it on the Rangu. She's going to fall very low due to the Caitlyn damage, and he is going to die to the Ignite. Olaf also going to go down after diving in. Ezreal going to get picked off by Caitlyn, and this crazy team fight. Sick juke from the Kha'Zix. Getting up being a 4-for-1 trade in favor of Red Team. Going to give them a huge advantage, and they will take this turret to further their advantage, bringing the game back to even, despite the fact that their Spider Bitch disconnected for so long. Looks like they might be able to pick up another turret as well. Kyle's going to be zoned out by that barrel. And right now we are going to see Gragas and his team able to pick up a second turret in the mid lane. Oh, Caitlyn, you stayed around for too long, and here's what you get. A face full of damage. However, Kha'Zix not enough burst damage to pick her up immediately. Is going to have to disengage from that fight. And with this, blue team might actually be going towards dragon. They know all of red team is low and recalling. And unfortunately, this is what happens when you pressure so many objectives and then recall. The other team goes for an objective while you're in base healing. And it looks like the dragon will probably be theirs to celebrate over with song and dance as they collect the gold from its hide. A nice amount of money going to the Kha'Zix thanks to the Spirit of the Elder Lizard. And it looks like Olaf might be in a bit of trouble here. He's just going to like retreat for now. Why did I say like there? No. He does have level 2 ultimate. Rengar also has level 2 ultimate. Of course, both of those level... Oh, it looks like here goes the Rengar jumping on the Elise. An interesting target to choose from, but she is, of course, very behind at the moment. He's going to go invisible. And it looks like they might just try jumping on the Olaf. They can't get a kill for now. Nice lantern from Thresh, but here comes a great Voyboy ultimate just cleaning up the red team. Looks like they are going to be able to pick up a kill. Unfortunately, Thresh does go down as well. Red team now cleaning up, picking up the Kennen after Sona, after Rengar. And red team is just dominating these fights. Ezreal going to be able to pick up a kill on the Olaf. Going 2-for-4 that fight. It was a nice ult by Voyboy, but unfortunately did not have Kha'Zix and his damage. It was a huge detriment to the fight. Without Kha'Zix, they actually don't have a lot of damage. Ezreal does a decent amount of damage, but it's not incredibly consistent damage. He has to like rely on his Qs for the majority of his damage. Elise reconnecting again. Hopefully she stays connected this time because the team is pretty much even. Elise not a lot of farm, only 40. She's very far behind us. Picked up a Sunfire Cage to try and make herself semi-tanky so she can survive these team fights and at least be a good meat shield. That's something that you can do. If you fall behind, it's important to pick up tanky items because it can still make it very useful. Looks like she's still having connection issues. Very unfortunate for her. Hopefully that will not lose them the game, because the team fights right now are very exciting. Red team is winning these team fights due to the fact that blue team is just being miscoordinated. We saw Rengar in that last fight. He did a whole lot of nothing when he turned his ult on. They didn't have to engage on. They weren't able to pick off the Elise. And I mean, she might not even be the best person to pick off, because once she blows her cooldown, she's not that useful because of how far behind she is. She is 4-0-3. Very good for a disconnected person, actually. I'd have to say, out of all people who I've seen disconnect, that's probably the best. I mean, hasn't died yet. Disconnects have not resulted in her feeding. I mean, it has resulted in her not getting any farm. All from Sona gonna do absolutely nothing. I guess she was expecting him to engage on them at that point. However, her ult sense was a little bit off, and she just ends up blowing it for nothing. That's a long cooldown, and without that ult, it's really difficult to fight. And here comes the jump on to the Kennen. She will end up going down. Cause gonna jump right back out of there. Ult from Voyboy, not doing much, but they are able to actually pick up the thresh. That's 2 for O in favor of blue team, and nice jump on from Kha'Zix. They were able to pick up a kill. Voyboy using his ult to keep Thresh pinned down long enough for them to pick up the kill on him, despite him burning his Talisman of Ascension, or Shurelia's Revelry is more of a like verified. Now it looks like Olaf wants some money here. He pops his ult, and it looks like he'll get killed. Juking out the axe, which will still not be enough. That's when it does end up falling to the damage of the Olive Garden. I want to go to Olive Garden. Damn, I would kill someone for some breadsticks. Oh, those just sound so good right now. Breadsticks and like pasta. I think I'm part Italian, because whenever I think of breadsticks and pasta, I always start salivating. I'm sorry, guys. Despite the food, there are 4 souls here in the top lane for Thresh to pick up, and he is nowhere nearby.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
And it's like the red team turret gonna go down the mid lane. They finally are able to pick up that mid turret. 22 minutes into and a DC into the game. Elise still disconnected. RIP Elise. Hopefully she'll be back before the next team fight happens, because I mean, Elise is a really strong champion, and it really sucks not to have her. I mean, there's really no champion that red team would be okay with losing. Normally you're like, it's just the support, it's okay if we lose them. That's one of the weird differences I feel like between Dota 2 and League of Legends. In Dota 2, you're like, support's really important. We have to take them out early on in the fight. Don't worry about the carry. Just kill the supports instantly. In League of Legends, you're like, oh no, we have to kill the carries really fast because they're strong and stuff and not tanky. Because in Dota 2, the carries are tanky as fuck. Especially late game. You're talking about an anti-mage. You're talking about maybe a BKB carry, like a BKB Phantom Assassin, a, who am I thinking of? Phantom Lancer, Anti-Mage. I mean, they're so tanky late game. But you think about carries in this game, Caitlyn, Corki, Vayne, they're all so squishy and easy to kill. Whereas supports normally decide to just build into tanky items later on in the game. I mean, they're still squishy and easy to kill, but they don't really have the same. They're like really. It's a really weird way of thinking of how roles are different between 2 very similar games. I mean, as many people say that Dota 2 and League are very different, they're very similar, but the roles are approached in an incredibly different way. I just always thought that was very interesting. Maybe I'll write my thesis paper on how roles are looked at differently between games. That's it. That's what I'll do. It's official, guys. That's what I'm gonna do. Anyways, both teams looking to Baron dance. Red team does have this warded. They do not have a smite or a jungler, which I guess are the same thing. And blue team is gonna jump on this. Kha'Zix and Rengar, the duo which hate each other in lore, but Riot doesn't care about lore, so they're just gonna do Dragon. So they're gonna try to do Baron together. And red team is in position to try and contest this. Dragon's gonna throw some bottles down. Gonna put down an ult for harass. Not gonna hit the Kha'Zix. Instead, gonna hit his mortal enemy Rengar. And will they be able to steal this with the sick plays? It's going to be Caitlyn Q to steal probably. And there goes Voyboy trying to fight the red team. And blue team is going to pick this one up with the smite. Red team going to disengage from this. And it's just going to be a free Baron for blue team. Nothing red team can do. Their jungler is still disconnected. We weep for you, jungler. Oh god, the computer screen right next to me just lit up. And ugh, it's burning my eyes. It burns. Anyways, we will have the dragon here getting attacked by the blue team. Oh, the jungler for red team reconnecting. The Elise is back. Happy day. Hopefully she's back for a decent amount of time now. I mean, she's still very far behind. At least she does have a Sunfire Cape and a Spirit of Spectral Wraith. Bet she hopes she win for Spirit of the Ancient Golem now, because that would definitely be more helpful. And unfortunately, back to disconnecting. I guess she cannot just keep a stable connection. Rengar going to be picking up the red buff from the red team. And with that, I don't know what red team can do. In a 4v5, they just don't have the advantage. The team fight from blue team is still pretty good. Looks like Rengar's going to find himself a Gragas, going to do a lot of damage. But will he be able to pick up a kill? I don't think he can. She does have the red buff, so his slows are strong. But Gragas is just going to ult and run away from that one with this body slam. He did go Abyssal Scepter first into Athene's, so this Gragas is quite tanky. Or maybe he went Athene's first. I'm not actually sure. But in terms of itemizations, this Kennen Voyboy finishes Zhonya's. It's going to make him very strong in team fights, allowing him to dive in, and then Zhonya's with his ult active. Kha'Zix does have a last move now too, that's a lot of armor. He's going to make him very strong against Olaf and Thresh, who will also have a lot of armor. Thresh took a Rengar, but besides that, not able to do much of anything. Voyboy not quite here yet. If red team's in a fight, they need to do it now without Voyboy, but it's still a very dangerous way to engage. Unfortunately, it will be still disconnected. And looks like red team's going to try to clear the wave and keep blue team away from their mid tower. What can they do though? It's only a matter of time before blue team makes the plays happen. And it looks like we have Rengar popping his ultimate, but I don't know why they put the pink ward there. The tower gives them enough true sight. They don't really need it. And it looks like Rengar is going to jump right on top of the Olaf. There goes the ultimate from the Voyboy. He's going to pop his Zhonya's. They are going to pick up the Thresh, and the Gragas. Kha'Zix will end up going down. There's a stun from Sona, and she is going to be able to stun a couple of them under turret. Caitlyn's the last one alive. There goes an ult from the Caitlyn. Will they be able to pick up? Will she be able to pick up a kill? She will get the Ezreal. Gonna pop barrier. Will she get the Rengar? She will not. Oh, so close to outplaying them for 2 more kills. That would have been the most epic thing ever, but no, unfortunately an ace for blue team, not counting the Elise, and trying to go back to direct to camera. There we go. And this inhibitor is in a fall for blue team. And it's sad that Elise had to disconnect, but I mean, still a fun game. I mean, things you can take away, and I just do so enjoy watching Voyboy. And Kennen in general, I think, is a very fun champion. I don't play him a lot, but I do have the Kennen MD skin, which I think is my favorite Kennen skin. One of my favorite skins in the game. Definitely one of my favorite skins in the game. Pink ward's being taken out by the Rangu. I mean, now that that mid turret is down, Rengar can stealth into the base. Rengar and Kha'Zix can stealth into the base. What dangerous things could happen here. And now, it looks like she's going to be farming up their jungle. There's the Sona. She is seen perhaps by the Gragas. Gonna run in for some Q harass. Worth it? Maybe, but she got ulted by the Gragas. Gragas does, of course, have his ultimate up now. So does everyone else. Thresh ult's actually still waiting for the cooldown, and red team needs to be very careful. They cannot allow any of the members of the team to get picked off. They're very far behind due to the fact that their Elise is still disconnected. Oh, here comes the Rengar. He sends his blood. He wants some. Gonna get the slow on the Thresh, but not enough to kill him. He has gone Spirit Visage and Rapid Hydra, building some damage since he is ahead after all of his tankiness. That was certainly a body slam from the Gragas. Looks like we're going to be crushing the top lane now. They can probably take this without too much trouble. Voyboy is inside red team's base, just throwing some harass around. This Thresh trying to grab him with a hook, but not successfully able to. And it looks like the rest of the team is ready to support there. Kennen shouldn't become necessary. Oh, there's a hook on the Rengar. Alright, he is just going to block out to the side of the rest of the base. Voyboy actually near the Nexus turrets, pressuring the Gragas. A hook landing on the Sona. There goes an ult from the Caitlyn, doing a lot of damage to the Sona. Voyboy just sitting here, throwing some harass wherever he can. Does end up getting crit from the Caitlyn, taking quite a bit of damage there, despite the fact that he does have armor from the Zhonya's. Ezreal throwing out the Qs whenever possible. And here comes the initiation. There's the ult from Sona, not landing on the Kennen, but it's okay. She gets bursted down anyways. Kennen barely surviving. He will get taken down by a turret shot. Probably no. Going to survive thanks to the double heals from Sona, but will end up going down to the Gragas anyways. 2 for 1 so far, and looks like Ezreal will be able to pick up this turret with his Rengar. There goes the turret. There goes the inhibitor next. And causing a jump on top of the Gragas. Will they be able to get the kill? Rengar wants some. Will he be able to get it? No, he will not. Unfortunately, he's not off cooldown. And looks like the Sona going to get pressured by the Olaf. But they will be able to snare him to the ground with Rengar. He is actually going to get the Kha'Zix. That's what Olaf's all about. Very scary duelist. Does a lot of damage. And they're going to try to pick up this Rengar, and I believe they will be able to. One more kill from Gragas will pick it up, and an ace actually for Red Team. In a wild turn of events, they get an ace. I mean, still no elite ace. Sad and everything, but with so much we can do. Caitlyn, with her Infinity Edge fan answer Last Whisper, isn't enough to deal with the Ezreal with his Trinity Force Bork Last Whisper. Gragas trying to push away the turrets from the top lane. Still 2 towers standing in front of the bot lane inhibitor, so they won't probably get that very soon. But Baron has respawned, and I mean, if blue team's able to ace red team one more time, they can just take the win. It'll be as easy as that. It all depends on if they can do it. And I believe they can. They have the pick potential to do it. They have the Kennen stuns. They have the Rengar. They have the Kha'Zix. They have so much pick potential. It's only a matter of taking out one member of red team early and then taking out the rest of the team after this cleanup. And Ezreal's trying to pick up his teammate's red buff or just push the lane. I mean, both those work. Kha'Zix has picked up a Guardian's Angel to go along with his fatty damage. And now it's just pushing down the likes of red team as they close in on the base. Will Voyboy's team be victorious? Let's all face it, they probably will be due to the fact that Elise is still disconnected. But still, the inhibitor has respawned mid lane. Looks like they're just going to take that one out with some auto attacks. And we're going to see him get grabbed. Voyboy going to notice without using his ultimate. The Apple will use the calls, and the Apple is going to get burst down by the Gragas. Also going to see Kennen go down for the blue team. And for the red team, Gragas is going to go down next. And now it's just Olaf and Thresh as the super minions pour into their base. I believe this is going to be the end of the line. Thank you guys for watching. This has been a Raid Master Shoutcast of versus Voyboy. Unfortunately, we had to disconnect, but still, some fun fights to be sure. As Thresh gets died, the Nexus will end up exploding. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I certainly did. And I will see you guys next time.